All right, with not a lot of time left, we've got to do something. We got to do something special. We got to do something. We got to change the game, right? We got to catch a big one. We've got a good bag. We're happy with what's gone on so far. Some things have definitely gone our way for sure. Some things haven't gone our way. You know, we didn't get to start in the place we wanted to, not right off the bat, although we did catch some of those fish, but we felt we left some stuff on the table. We didn't catch any fish down this other stuff. All the stuff that we had kind of planned on just fishing, our frog stuff. Now, I think we could have caught some fish there in the morning, but it was a toss up, right? We had to make a decision on going, maybe they're gonna bite, or do we count on these fish that we think are guaranteed that we're gonna catch? And sometimes it's hard to pass up a guarantee. And you know, who knows what would have happened if we had actually got to start there first? Would we have caught that other big one? I don't know. There's a chance we would have. They caught it, I think, within the first couple casts, so who knows? So either way, we're going down the bank. We're just trying to figure out something. We don't think the fishing is all that great now later on in the day. As you can tell, look at the skies. Not a cloud in the sky. It was a front came through, right? So it's post front during the spawn, freaking high skies, and we're just trying to figure out, how do we catch one more fish? We're guessing and we're thinking we just need one. One good one goes a long ways. Let's just put our heads down and really go cover this bank. We got a couple things going on here. One is Ray Roberts is a semi-clear lake, but the water's come up. Like it's come up over the last couple days with all the rain. So certain places you get in, they're not clear because the water runoff. We don't know Ray Roberts. We know it fairly well, but I wouldn't say we know it well enough to go, oh, this creek is going to be clearer than this creek. A lot of times we just get in some of these areas and go, well, at least it's clear and we can see. That's what happened right here. This is also a lake we're finding out, and certain lakes are like this, and they're hard to explain. But you could be in the same pocket, and one side of the pocket's clearer than the other side, for whatever reason. And so I don't know if that's more of like when the lake rises and things like that happen to certain lakes, but for sure, certain parts of the pockets and certain places can be clear within, like clearer 100 yards away, depending on whether you're in the back of the pocket, on what side of the pocket you're on. So we're saying, hey, at least this water we're in right now, like at the moment, is clear enough to see. Let's keep going down the bank. So we both see a fish. To me, I looked at it. I'm just telling you my opinion. I was like, it's 4-pounder. It'll call. Wasn't the fish we were really looking for, but it is a fish. Let's turn around. We already stopped on one of these and it took off. This fish was absolutely, when we first saw it, on nothing. It was just, I'm not even saying it was sitting there, but it was out in the open. And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking it's a 4-pounder. We didn't get excited. We just kept going down the bank. As we kept on going down the bank, we did see like one other like 2.5-pounder. And that was kind of it. And we didn't go far, maybe 75 yards, 100 yards. And we turned back around like, okay, let's go see if we missed something. Why was that fish even out there in the open? All the other fish we've seen have been next to structure, right? A tree, a log. They've been on something. This thing is just randomly out there. So we're gonna go back and take a look. Now, you got to realize, me and Russell have been fishing together since 2011. We're like brothers, man. We have been through it all, fishing wise. We trust each other. We get in slight, I wouldn't even call them disagreements. We are close enough that we can talk openly to each other, which I think is the best way you can be with fishing partners. And so we openly talk about this. I'm just showing you all this because I find it funny, and just listening to us, like I said, we're like brothers. We're talking it out. We're discussing it out. And I think it's great. So we're talking about what the fish is doing, what he sees, what I see, how big we think it is, things like that. None of it's even that really a big of a deal, but that's just us. We talk stuff out. I think it's the best thing you can have is communication between fishing partners. And I will be honest, me and him, of all the guys I've ever fished with, me and him communicate really well. This might sound like, I don't know if this will sound like arguing to some, but to us, it is definitely not. It is us trying to figure out the game plan on this fish. So we end up finding it again. It's there. We're starting to put the pieces together on why it's there, and we're starting to see other fish too. We're starting to see, I see another male over here to the right. We think we see one. It was all kind of stuff going on.
Back up. Okay. Just wait for me though. Okay. Good? Good right now? Okay, let me mess with this for a second so you get used to us. I don't know if I see it anymore. Yeah, I do. She still there?
She's sitting in that bed.
Okay, hold on. Oh. It's not in the...
There was another male, and then all of a sudden that male got that female, and then another male came in out of nowhere, and then that male went to the right, and the female went with him, and we thought it might leave, and luckily the female came back, and I don't know what that happened to that male. At the same time, Russell sees like some giant over here when I'm messing with this fit, like but he only sees it once or something, and it's out of here by the boat. All stuff's kind of going on. And so we're trying to get everything like settled down, right? Because now our boat's in here and we're trying to be quiet. We're trying to let all the fish settle down from us kind of coming back in there on them and figure out what's going on, because we still haven't figured it out. So that's what we're doing, and we're talking it out, trying to figure it out. So as I'm fishing for it and I'm trying to figure out, once again, there's one, it's still hard to see. It's not like we're pretty far away from the actual fish, so we can barely see the fish. We can't really even see the bottom. It's dark where she's at. It's like a darker hole, or I wouldn't even say it's a hole, but it's a darker bed. So sometimes when she gets in the bed, we can't really see her. I'm thinking it's like a 4-pounder, maybe a 4.5. Russell thinks it's a lot bigger, but we always go back and forth on this and we laugh about it. It's always better to go smaller than bigger, because that way you know you're not disappointed when you catch it. One of those deals. So as we're fishing for it, I'm like, hey man, it's starting to get right. Like I'm thinking it's gonna bite Russell's. Like it looks like it's about to bite Russell's bait. And I'm like, man, I don't know where the male is though. Is the male in there? Is the male trying to eat it too and can't see the male, but I can see the female? I don't know. So I'm like, man, it eventually bites once, but we don't really do anything. At this point in time, we don't have a lot of time left. So I'm like, Russell, man, maybe we should just set the hook on this and hope he's throwing a pretty big bait. Let's just hope it's the female. I will say this, we've been fishing long enough that even when stuff's going on, we might make 20 casts. I'm telling you, a lot of times in those 20 casts, like we can tell when it's about to bite. If you can see, it's just one of those deals. We've been sight fishing long enough. We understand the movements of fish. You can see, I will get out of the way sometimes knowing, oh, it's about to go down. I've sat up here this whole time and I'm like, nope, it's about to go down.
she go anywhere?
I don't think so. No.
She was freaking all over it, dude. I mean, I saw her roll up too.
So it was not the female. And I'm like, no big deal. I'm trying to get up there as fast as possible because I don't even know if the female's there. We're worried about it leaving. We don't know. And so Russell's trying to cull real quick because he still thinks it's going to cull one of our fish. I'm not sure. He's also looking over the side of the boat at the same time. He's like, hey, I see this big one over here too. But I'm up there like, I've got one thing on my mind. Let's try to catch this bigger one.
She's still in there?
I can't see. I couldn't hardly see her.
Yeah. Dude, there's one big one swimming by us right here.
Oh, yeah. She's fine. She's fine.
Get you in here. There's a big one right here.
Oh, there's a hunt. I gotta go. Go. Dude, that's bigger than the other one.
I know. I told you.
Nice job. Dude, I hammered her.
I'm telling you, there's a big one right here, dude.
Good. Catch her.
I just gotta find her.
That's bigger than the other one.
I know.
Okay, what do I need to do?
Little one on, I'm pretty sure the littlest one's on that side.
This side?
Yeah.
The big one's on this side?
No, the big one's over there and the littlest.
Okay.
You might check that littlest one.
Right.
Here, you want the net?
No, I'm just making sure what's in here.
Oh, that's a big one in there with it.
Yeah. Just making sure. She's bigger. It's a giant coal.
Oh, I know.
Did yours coal?
No.
So we catch it. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot bigger than what I thought. It's our biggest fish. So like I said, it's a lot better to feel way more excited about a fish than bummed out that it's smaller than what you thought. It's a little bit bigger than our big one, but it's a lot thicker. So I'm going, is that a 7? I think that's a 7. So now we're going, okay, great. We caught that one. I never saw the one Russell saw on the side of the boat. So we're just looking around because I still got this male over here to the right. We still got stuff going on. So we're kind of checking it all out, seeing if we can see anything else. Because a lot of stuff went down here in just a matter of minutes.
I can't believe that just happened, honestly.
There's
So
a
where's
big
this-
one right here, dude. I mean, it was swimming right here. It's like a 4.5.
Okay. That little bastard, I knew I suck her good. I wasn't worried about for whatever reason, I was like, this one ain't coming off. You know?
Yeah.
I know you might have been worried. And I'm like,
I wasn't worried.
well, he was like kind of dogging me.
I knew that, but
But he was fighting.
I know.
Here. I get it.
Wasn't no 3-pounder, was it?
No, but I mean, we said it wasn't.
Right. Dude, so when I threw my bait back in over here, fucked with all those fish, picked up my bait, and that fish went, whew, and then I'm looking, and when you set the hook, I'm looking at this fish. It was
Okay.
Right here.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm gonna back off, you know, obviously.
Look,
Well, I'm gonna get me a bait, so just in case.
yeah, I don't want you to do anything. I don't even want you to back off right now because
I'm not.
remember I flipped at this other one out here. It will cull one too. Now I'm not sure. What's on that right there?
So we eventually leave. We don't see that big one ever again that Russell happened to see one time. Sometimes that just happens this time of the year with the water rising. Fish sometimes move up and move off. Sometimes they find a place they want to spawn. Sometimes they don't. It's just all part of the game.
Well, that one, not a chance. We need another big one. But that one gets us maybe a chance at some skeeter money.
Right.
We had to have over 20. That puts us That should put us like at least 21. That thing's over 6. We got 2 6s. That's
I think
12.
we got 22. I think we got a 4,
A
2
12 and a
3s.
4 is 16.
I think we got
Yeah.
2 3s and a 4 is 10, and 2 6s is 22.
One's over 6.
Okay, but I'm just saying,
That one's way bigger than the. I mean, not when I say way bigger,
Fatter.
it's noticeably different.
when it's fatter.
When it comes back, yeah, I know where it's at. I'm just, huh?
That, well, we can see that blue from a long
Well,
way.
I just know where it's at.
I get it, but I'm just saying we'll know from a long way to look right here.
Yeah, gotcha.
We go down a little ways, we see another fish. It might be a 3.5 pounder, which might call a half a pound. It's all over the place. We think it's guarding fry because it's not staying in the same place. So we kind of fish for it for a little while, but we're like, hey, that's not, a half pound's not gonna do a lot right now. I think we need another big one. So let's put our heads down. We just found this one. We didn't look very long. See if we can find another one. So we go down that bank, don't see anything else. We ended up going, hey, let's go to this other pocket that I frog fished in practice. I've never been in there in my life, fishing or sight fishing. And I said, but it looked clear in there. I didn't go in it very much. I was just on the outskirts of it yesterday, and it looked clear when it was raining. We go in there. We ended up seeing a couple, nothing that was going to help us. We go, like, we're on the move. We're going to the last minute. I think we get to fish till, I believe, I don't remember exactly. I think it was like 3 o'clock or 2:30 or something. I'm sure it was 3 o'clock. And at 3 o'clock, line's in. Don't get to cast anymore. It was a trailer event. The main reason it was a trailer event is because the marina that we're out of is still having problems, like from storms they had months ago. There's stuff all in the water. And so they made a trailer event to make it easier on us. So that's why we got to fish where we wanted to in the morning time, to start at a certain time, and then lines in at 3 o'clock. So we're going to the last minute just in case. You never know. We might find an 8 pounder that's a 1 flipper, right? You never know. So that's it. That's all the fishing we got. So we're gonna drive over to the boat ramp, load up, drive over there. We're thinking we're gonna be there a while because we caught a pretty decent bag. So we're like, hey, let's just drive over there. We think we got about 22 pounds. We're gonna get on over there. I will say, we get to the boat ramp on a Saturday over here. It is a mess. I will tell you this story real quick. We get there. The way the boat ramp is configured, it's kind of like a circle to a degree. And what I mean by that is you come around one end to get your boat and then you leave. The problem is we're all coming in at the same time. And then you got just regular people like putting in ski boats and pontoon boats and all kinds of stuff. So what happened is all these people were in line to get their boat. We got our boat out of there, and as we're trying to get out, guys are still trying to get in. Well, eventually what happened was you had this like stalemate where we couldn't go forward because these people couldn't go forward. And so everyone's just stuck there for like 5 minutes. We have to be over there at a certain time. All of us do. And the guys in front of us that had trailers that were empty were in the way. It wasn't their fault, but the problem was we couldn't leave. And so since we couldn't leave, they couldn't do the circle. And so it was just one big traffic jam of a circle. And I finally said, I don't have time for this. So I had to go, I tried nicely to go talk to the guys ahead of us without boats on the trailers going, y'all have got to get out of the way. Because if y'all don't get out of the way, we can't get out of y'all's way. Like we're stopping it all up too, because we can't get out. And so a couple of the guys were like, oh, they understood what was going on. So they maneuvered their trucks to let us go by so the line would keep moving and they would be able to get their boats. And then we had 1 or 2 guys that didn't understand that. And I had to like explain it to them and they still weren't happy. And I'm like, you can be upset all you want to, but you're blocking us from leaving. And that means y'all can't do y'all circle. So everyone else that understood that with boats was like, thank you. Some of the other guys were like, hey, thanks. Because I swear, ask anyone there, if I hadn't done that, we would have sat there for an hour because guys wouldn't move. So we got out of there. got there we had to get there by 4:30. So we got to the weigh-in, and now we're gonna go weigh in our fish. So we get over there, we ended up weighing in a way bigger bag than we thought. We usually do the math in our heads while we're driving over there, and I'm like, hey, I think we got like 22 something. We got them out of our live wells. Sometimes they get bigger, sometimes they get smaller. When we took them out, we looked at each other like upper 22s. Well, we missed it. It was 24 pounds, 24 something, mid 24s, and we're like, oh, we're gonna do all right. So we ended up coming in 4th place, did pretty good. Ended up making the $10,000 Skeeter money, which is giant, right? So that's 4 events now in a row that I have won the Skeeter $10,000 money that we have fished. So we won the Rayburn one, and then we won the Ray Roberts one. Then I fished with my buddy Jarrett and won the Belton one, and now this one with Russell again. So 4 events in a row, Skeeter Bass Champs. It's 40,000. Talk about owning a Skeeter and fishing Bass Champs in Texas. It is a no-brainer. So really awesome event. We don't get to sight fish much anymore. I don't understand why. Lakes just aren't set up the same way, and we've had a lot of flooding, and that usually ruins it. So yeah, it was finally we get a sight. We used to sight fish all the time, and it seems like as the years go on, we get to do less and less of it. But very, very fun event. Thanks for following along. Hope you all enjoyed it. My next video, I'm going to show you all my setup, what I did, what we were using, what we were throwing. I think that all that's important, you know, in most of these events. Sometimes it's not about finding them or things like that. It's about hooking them and landing them. It's a big deal. I'll go over that in my setup video. That'll be coming next. Hope you all enjoyed it. See you guys.